The NFL is in complete chaos right now, and it all started with one contract demand list that has shaken the entire league. According to ESPN Cleveland insider Tony Grossi, John Harbaugh has laid out his terms clearly and without hesitation. $20 million per year, a $10 million assistant coaching budget, full authority over the roster, and the power to choose his own general manager. These are not random numbers, and these are not ego-driven demands. This is a Super Bowl winning coach telling the league exactly what it takes to win in today's NFL. For a coach like Harbaugh, this makes perfect sense. If he is going to Cleveland, he already knows what that building lacks and what it needs to succeed. He is not guessing. He is not experimenting. He is setting the standard before he ever walks through the door. If you want proven leadership and long-term stability, this is the price. What shocked everyone was not just the demands, but the timing. John Harbaugh being let go after 18 seasons in Baltimore still feels unreal. This is one of the most respected coaches in football history. A Super Bowl champion, one of the longest tenured coaches the league has ever seen. Most people believed if Harbaugh ever left Baltimore, it would happen next year, not now. But the NFL's ruthless, and when visions no longer align, even legends are replaced. The decision was not only about playoff shortcomings. Reports indicate Harbaugh wanted to bring his staff back and run it again, while the organization wanted a new direction. When trust and alignment disappear, separation becomes inevitable. That reality alone tells you how desperate teams are to change the narrative of their franchises. NFL owners are not panicking because Harbaugh is available. They are panicking because of how calculated and direct his demands are. This is not a coach begging for another opportunity. This is a coach saying, if you want me, you will do it my way. Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson broke it down perfectly and made it clear this information did not come from rumors or social media noise. It came directly from sources connected to the Browns organization. Let's break this down clearly. $20 million per year places Harbaugh in elite territory alongside Andy Reid. While Reid's recent resume is stronger, Harbaugh understands his value in a league starving for leadership. Teams that are willing to pay that number are teams desperate enough to finally give up control. The $10 million staff budget is not luxury spending. It is a necessity. Elite coordinators cost money. Quarterback developers cost money. Analysts in modern football minds cost money. You do not build championship staffs on discounts, and Harbaugh knows that. Better than anyone, total roster authority is where everything changes. This is not collaboration. This is final say. No front office interference. No owner meddling. Every decision filtered through one vision. And selecting his own general manager ensures alignment from the top of the organization to the bottom. No conflicting philosophies. No power struggles. One plan. Many people think this is too much power for one coach, but context matters. Chad Johnson made the comparison that explains everything. Cleveland once threw everything at Deshaun Watson because they were desperate for a quarterback. Multiple first-round picks. The biggest guaranteed contract in NFL history, total organizational commitment, and it failed in historic fashion. That failure forced Cleveland to learn a painful lesson. Desperation without structure destroys franchises. Now Cleveland has another opportunity, but this time it is different. Instead of gambling on talent alone, they can invest in leadership. That is where Shedeur Sanders enters the picture. Everyone keeps mentioning other teams, but Cleveland makes the most sense for what Harbaugh actually wants. Harbaugh does not need just any quarterback. He needs the right one. A young quarterback. High football IQ, coachable, tough, unbroken by bad systems. Shedeur Sanders checks every box. Accuracy. Quick processing. Confidence under pressure. Experience carrying programs with limited support. Harbaugh has done this before. He built an offense around Lamar Jackson when people doubted him. He won a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco by putting him in the best possible situation to succeed. With a $10 million staff budget, Harbaugh can hire elite quarterback developers. With roster control, he can protect Shedeur with offensive linemen and surround him with reliable weapons. With his own GM, every decision will revolve around long-term quarterback development. Harbaugh understands the modern NFL. You cannot win championships with game managers anymore. Defensive miracles do not last. You need an elite quarterback, and you need the infrastructure to develop him. When Harbaugh looks at Cleveland, he does not see dysfunction. He sees opportunity. A humbled owner. A franchise desperate for stability. A young quarterback with first-round talent, who slipped because of perception, not ability. Cleveland has already paid the price for doing things the wrong way. The Watson disaster changed everything. It exposed the cost of interference and impatience. So when Harbaugh walks in with demands that would have been laughed at years ago this time, they may listen because the alternative is repeating the same failures. The irony is simple. Fans have begged Cleveland for stability and commitment for decades. That is exactly what Harbaugh is asking for. Long-term vision, authority, investment. The only difference now is the price. Tag Shedeur Sanders should not be uncomfortable with this situation. He should be excited. He has already carried programs without resources. He has already handled pressure and scrutiny. Now imagine him being developed by a Super Bowl-winning coach who is demanding total control specifically to build the perfect environment for him to succeed. So here is the reality. Would you rather play for a coach with limited power who might be fired in 2 years, or a coach making $20 million with full control who is betting his Hall of Fame legacy on turning you into a champion? If you want to stay locked in on everything happening with John Harbaugh and how it impacts Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below and tell me whether Harbaugh's demands are exactly what Cleveland needs, or if he is asking for too much.